Some Stay the Rave for everybody this week. We're going to be talking with Nolan Malloy and Alex Rabat about Proper Productions DC and Hiscore, and we are going to be getting into some discussions about the Phase 2 of the Dreamscape 2022 lineup drop, and hopefully we'll get Jake Nieland from Bloom Music and Arts Festival in here to talk a bit about how his joint went down last weekend. But let's get into this first bit about Proper.
How you doing? Yo.
Nolan puts in so much hard work to get these acts in here, and just it's a labor of love. I know he doesn't always get much out of it, profit wise, and it's really just to bring us together and have a good time and celebrate what we love doing best. I mean, you're not going to find a lot of drum and bass on the East Coast all the time, so it's nice that we have that here.
What do you think it is about Nolan that leads him to throw such absolute fucking bangers?
Oh, whoa, that's a deep question.
Nolan's got the dirty beats.
Man, he's lying. It's for them.
Watching like Proper Productions grow as like a brand and stuff like that. Are you happy with how things have gone?
Yeah, it's been expensive, but honestly, a lot of people tell me that the first like 2 or 3 years that you lose money a lot, and I really haven't lost that much money doing it, so I'm pretty proud of that, honestly. Yeah, like I've actually done all right with my budgeting and everything. Investors, I've had smart investors and myself.
So, what do you see for the future of Proper Productions? Like, where do you want to take this?
I'd like to have a stage at a festival or my own festival eventually, and then I still want to continue to do like 1 to 2 club events a month, like a locals party, a headliner party, and then maybe like a festival once a year, and then like a stage at a festival. Yeah.
We are back with Nolan Malloy. So we got some awesome stuff coming up for Proper Productions. How have things been? I guess since I don't know. I guess I have so many videos and stuff of your stuff. Like it's been crazy since the pandemic lifted. So we got back at it. You've been really running around like a madman putting these shows on.
Yeah. I'm honestly probably throwing too many shows. I think so. Like the upcoming weeks, I think I have 3 shows, like a show every weekend. So, wow. Yeah, I definitely need to maybe dial it back a little bit with the consistency.
I mean,
maybe once a month.
I feel like you got some awesome stuff coming up. We got I guess like the Bass Energy show with you guys. With Bad Syntax and Drop Set.
I'm super stoked about that one because I haven't worked with Michelle yet. She's really cool, really nice to work with so far. Really good peeps over there at Bass Energy. Like the energy is like just like kind of nice. Like it's like there's no like, oh, we need to do it this way, that way. It's just everything's just molding together kind of perfectly.
Nice. So, you haven't worked with Michelle before. I mean, did she approach you to be like, oh, we should do like a collaboration, or have you been wanting to work with Bass Energy for a while?
No, I have. So when I do my parties at Annex Lounge, I have like a second room there. So I actually reached out to her and was like, hey, do you want to do this room? And she had a lineup already built because she was planning a party, and then I already had mine. So we just kind of put the 2 parties together, 2 separate rooms. So everything just kind of just played out perfectly.
Nice. Yeah. Oh man, I always it's such. I don't know which party I'm going to be going to on the 22nd. It's hard to know, but man, I do love me a good drop set. And yeah, I know. After that, I guess you have the Danny the Wild Child show.
No, so the week after, so I guess there is a week space in between. So April 22nd, I have Annex Lounge with Base Energy. And then May 7th, I'm at the 8x10. I got Hieroglyphics, Dave Owen, and Spin Scott. That one's like really special to me because Hieroglyphics is like amazing producer from the UK. He's on Submission Agency, which is it's really nice to work with them compared to some other agencies. And then we got Spin Scott doing the live NPC thing, and Dave Owen coming down from New York, and he's been making like really nice liquid tunes for years. He's on Metalheads and stuff. So with that party, I was actually trying to get Alex Perez, and then that ended up not happening. That would have been a really nice addition to that. But I mean, it actually panned out. It's going to be Dave, the Infamous's birthday, so I kind of worked with him on the rest of the lineup. And we're doing it like a multi-celebration kind of thing, like a regular party and then also Dave's birthday party. So that should be fun.
No, it sounds like it's gonna be fun. And man, yeah, no, it's a crazy lineup. I'm a huge Spin Scott fan. I've been always enjoying like his sort of like live NPC like sets that he does. He sort of streams online and stuff. Been watching those for a while. So what's the next thing up from that for Fringe?
So I'm doing another party with Ja Boogs at Annex Lounge, and we got Marcus Visionary, which is like a super OG in the jungle scene, and then Lion Dub and Danny the Wild Child on that. We're calling it North American Kings. I kind of just got the location for that one, and I'm helping on the back end financially too. But Boogs pretty much put the lineup together. I kind of let him do the second rooms. So we're gonna do it differently with that one too. We're gonna close down the second room while the headliners are on. So everybody got to pack into one room for that while the headliners are on.
Nice.
It's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be cool.
Friday the 13th.
What do you know about the venue? I don't think I'm familiar with this particular one.
No, it's at Annex Lounge.
Oh, Annex Lounge? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, no, I see it. Yeah, I see. I see. It didn't say Annex Lounge. It just had. Whenever I guess I like go to look up the address, I just type that in. No, I see. Yeah. This is a very Ja Boogs lineup. I gotta say, it's got.
Yeah.
I mean,
super jungle vibes.
Super jungle vibes, but man, I was like, on the sort of undercard, I love like B Hop and Divine MC. They're pair of like just great artists, and of course, that Fringe guy always adds a lot of value to.
Yeah, he's aight. He's aight. I got some originals coming up soon. Before that too, I'll have a release on this label out of Chicago that's gonna be coming next month.
Nice. So I mean,
that'll be good.
Do you have any other like bookings coming up this festival season you're excited for?
Yeah, I'm playing Bigfoot. I'm playing Dreamscape. I actually just got booked for Pink Moon Festival too in West Virginia, and I think that's it right now for festivals that I can really talk about.
No, fair enough. I'm definitely.
Pink Moon is cool. I'm excited about Pink Moon because it's like more of a jam festival. So I don't even know what I'm gonna play yet. I'm probably gonna do DMV, but I don't know. I could go wherever I want because they really don't even know who I am there. So you can just like make your own self.
You could do that 140 set that you've been talking about doing for a while.
Yeah, I might do that. Maybe mix it all up.
Yeah, no, that would always be a move. I don't know, you should do like the 200 BPM set. Play some Gabber like I suggested.
Well, I don't want to scare everybody off, Steven. You just want to scare everyone off.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not scared by it, but I know it's an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste, to be sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, that's
But
exciting.
speaking of B-Hop and Divine MC, I got them. I actually finalized the party today. I guess I can say like one of the headliners, right? I guess yeah, I got have you heard of Sinistar?
Sounds familiar, but for the people out there who don't know, can you tell us a little bit about Sinistar?
He's from Denver, and he does like a lot of like halftime jungly stuff. He's been around for a long time. I think he might have originally been from New York, but he lives in Denver right now. But yeah, he's one of the headliners. We're gonna do another 2-room thing. It's gonna be just Proper Productions on this one, but there's 2 other headliners that are coming through. One from the UK, and one from the West Coast. And then we're gonna have a second room, and B-Hop and Divine MC are gonna be in there doing but they're gonna do a 140 thing, and then also Will Clo is gonna be doing a 140 set in there. It's a whole second room. I'm trying to do mainly 140 in the second room for that one.
Nice. Yeah,
and that's gonna be in June.
Awesome. Nah, man, it's crazy to think that we've been back like doing parties for like a year. I was thinking about that today when I was sort of going through the footage I had of the Vax and Wax store.
Oh yeah,
man, that was such an incredible party.
that was highly stressful. I pulled off a 3-day tour like right at the end of COVID. Like it wasn't even over yet. Like Omicron hadn't happened yet, and like I flew out to Denver and played each date. I played in Manassas and played in Baltimore. I ended up leaving my USB in Virginia and then got on a plane to Denver with no headphones and no USB. So,
I remember that
shit was.
Thankfully, you had a lot of your set like on record box on my computer. I was able to send you most of it.
Yeah, you sent me like a good portion of it, and then I just downloaded new stuff. But it was like my first time playing the black box in Denver, and I didn't have any of my tunes. It was it was kind of a nightmare.
Well, I mean, such is life. I mean, it sounds like you got through it, and I'm assuming you still had a good set. I wish I could have been out there in Denver that day.
Yeah, that was super. That whole little trip was definitely fun, and it was like right at the end of the lockdown, so everybody was ready to come out. Like it was packed at the Manassas show and the Baltimore show.
Yeah, that was a super good time.
Super fun.
Yeah, if anyone wants to see how that went, just check out the Good Vibes Promotions YouTube channel, and we have a dope recap of that party. So, besides, like, I guess the stuff that we've talked about, dude, is there anything else, that you have in the works for Proper Productions, like, sort of maybe slightly longer-term goals or stuff you hope to see happen over the course of, this next, like, summer and festival season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing that show on 420 with Reaper and Kumari on at Soundcheck. That's going to be fun. But for Proper, it's like super premature, but I'm actually supposed to have a meeting with a lawyer in the next couple of weeks to start getting some visas. I want to start a proper talent agency so I can start managing some people and getting some people from out of the States over here that we don't get to see because the drum and bass agencies that we have now, I love them to death, but I mean, we can't get everybody that we want. So I'm just trying to open that up a little bit, but it's in the super early stages. Obviously, I'm just now meeting with lawyers to try to get the O1 visas and stuff.
Nice. Who are some?
But yeah, that's a long-term goal.
Nice. I don't know. On that subject, like, who are some, who are some European drum and bass acts that you would really love to see in the United States that you don't really see very often?
So right now, the person that I'm mainly trying to get over here and basically has already agreed to have me as their agent is Scream Arts. He's from Austria. He's like super amazing. He makes actually breaks and stuff too. Him and Akov and Pluvio have a record label called Symbiotic, and they make like crazy neuro breaks. Like Nard, you would definitely love the fuck out of that shit. I'll send you a folder.
Nice.
Yeah, super good. Really good shit.
That does sound dope.
Kind of like experimental stuff. But he's got releases on like Overview and Dispatch. I think he did an album with them. So I mean, he's already pretty well known. And like I think this first tour, like we're basically only trying to get like, I mean, $500 to $700, you know, for to have a really big artist come through. So, and that's another thing is like the budgets for a lot of these artists are crazy through the roof. And I think that with my agency, we're gonna try to kind of keep the numbers as low as possible while still helping the artists, you know, because I mean, some of these artists come through and they want 7,000 for an hour-long performance, and it's just like, bro, why though? Like, why? So I don't know. I feel like we could all work with that, and it's like, I just think that as a whole in the scene, if we keep the promoters and the parties alive, then the people can play more shows, and it won't be as hard to get gigs for the artists. It'll work out in the long run if you actually cut the prices a little bit. I don't know. I feel like it's definitely a problem in the industry where people are kind of just going for money grabs instead of trying to have longevity within the scene.
Yeah, I know it must be kind of difficult with bringing over like some European talent, and they're used to like getting I guess probably like just higher higher pay because the drum and bass scene or whichever genre they play is like more well developed in Europe. I feel like there's an issue in the United States where our palette for electronic music is not quite as refined and diverse.
Yeah. I mean, but it's also mixed up. I feel like a lot of it's the same as lineups over here where you have the top build guys are like making anywhere from 8 to 10K, like 6 to 10K, something like that. And then you have like that second tier where they could be making like $700, like or $400, and it's like they're just as big. There's people that are coming there to see that second tier more than the top tier sometimes. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like we just need to even everything out a little bit. Maybe some of these top tier guys should come down to 3K and maybe bump the second tier guys up to 1,500 or something like that. But this is all like, I'm just like kind of spitting ideas around just from building lineups myself, where I would like to make it more affordable for the promoter. I don't know. I just think that there's room to build there.
True.
Or deconstruct, I guess.
No, I agree with you. I really love what you're trying to do there. There's a lot of great European talent that I wish would come to the United States more. But yeah, I feel like there isn't, I guess, like that apparatus that you find, or just to bring it out to to promote the music and to have it out there. So that's awesome what you're trying to do, and I look forward to seeing what becomes of it. Do you have any final?
Yeah, and then we can also get some local guys on there, like on the agency as well. Like I know Bill and Ed said that they were looking for some people to represent them, and I don't know. We could have a mixture of like guys from the UK, guys from over here, and like get our friends on the same labels or same agencies as some of these big guys.
Nice. Yeah, maybe
got to put on for the home team.
Absolutely. We should do a proper US to the UK tour or something like that.
Yeah. We can start trading bookings too. Like that was another idea that me and actually Shane Bean were talking about. He's got some guys over in Japan that want to do that. Like they want to get booked over here like 3 to 5 dates, and then they're gonna exchange with us, and we go over there to Japan.
Oh man, that
for
would
3
be
to
sick.
5 dates too.
That would be so sick. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's like a really great like concept, and I think that the scene could only grow by sharing talent across the world like that.
Definitely. Got to contribute to something larger,
Well, do you have any final thoughts to the people? I know that you got like work and stuff going on. Like I really appreciate you coming out and joining us. But anything like you want to let the people know about Proper Fringe, or just some final thoughts for all the ravers out there?
Yeah, I mean, just definitely pull up to the parties that you have seen the flyers for on this this stream. yeah, next week we got the drop set and Bad Syntax Party. Definitely pull up for that at Annex Lounge. And then May 7th at the 8x10 and May 13th at Annex Lounge again. Be on the lookout for some originals coming soon. I'm working on some 140 stuff and some DMV stuff with a couple different people, some collaborations and stuff. So I definitely do want to start focusing on that a lot more too. So definitely be on the lookout for that.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure we will have you on again real soon. And yeah, looking forward to coming out to your next party.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Peace out.
All right, thank you guys so much for having me on. Thanks to Good Vibes. Shout out Ray Bat and Nard and the other guy with the audio issues. All right. See you guys.
I'm straight. I'm just being quiet.
Okay.
Oh, we got it fixed.
There you did.
All right, guys. I got to get back to work making these pizzas. I'll see you guys.
Peace out.
Bye.
Later.
All right. Well, we just heard from Nolan. Some cool stuff happening. You know, I'm excited to see him branching out into some 140. And I mean, I'm a huge drum and bass guy. Honestly, I owe a lot of my love of drum and bass to Nolan. But you know, I'm just excited to see his company grow. He's always been putting in the work here in the scene. But now we're gonna talk about someone else who has definitely been putting in the work. You know, if you are a video game fan or a dance music fan, like, this guy has got something for you. And yeah, we're gonna talk a bit about Hiscore. And just to introduce this video, this is from the very first Hiscore back post-pandemic. This is actually one of the first pieces of Rave content I made. So check it out.
So, is this your first event back after the vaccine came out?
Yeah, first time back to Hiscore. Really hyped to kind of be with the Hiscore fam again.
Yeah. So, have you been anxious to get back out to events, see some live music?
I think that we waited long enough. I'm vaxxed, and everyone I hope here is. So, like, I haven't been in a rush for it. I wasn't really. This is the first time I felt safe going to something like this because I have the full immunity and stuff. But in general, yeah, it feels great to be back. It's kind of a momentous occasion, just being able to kind of see everyone again and kind of feel like today's the first time that things feel somewhat a semblance of normal.
Yeah. So Travis, it's been a while since we've been out having some fun.
It has been a while.
Tell me, how does it feel to be back in the saddle, as it were, coming back out to an event?
It's very exciting. Really happy to be seeing like all of my friends, play some music with my friends, like get out, like breathe the fresh air. There's gonna be a lot of changes to the scene. I feel like it's gonna come back real strong. I feel like a lot of quote-unquote toxic individuals have kind of like, worked their way out, and hopefully we can get back to like those good, like old school vibes.
It's the Bangs Life, Bangs Life, Bangs Life, Bangs Life. Get the fuck up! Get the fuck up!
What'd you miss most about coming out to parties and seeing live music while you were in lockdown?
I miss dancing the most. I gotta say, I like the music a lot. I also like good atmosphere.
I guess dancing by yourself is not quite the same.
No, it definitely isn't. Like, I made some dance videos at home, and I try to get in the mood. And I'm always telling my roommate, like, it's not the same. It's not a atmosphere, It's not like when you go out to the scene, you just feel at home,
Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up.
So, you guys happy to be back?
Yes! Super excited. I've been dreaming of this day. I think it'll be good to get back as a community instead of like being so separated from each other. Like we need to like be able to lean on each other in these times.
I need to feel people's energy again instead of just seeing them through a phone. Like it's not healthy. I miss this.
And plus we all already had Rave masks. So
pull it out.
Yep. Oh, I don't even know where mine is.
Get the fuck up. Get the fuck up.
Alright, we're back with the rabbit himself. So,
oh, hey there.
Man, it's been I was just thinking about that party, that first party back. I think you were like probably one of the first DMV promoters to do an event after like, you know, wide distribution of vaccines. I remember that was a really fun time. That was really nice getting to see everybody again after so long. But I don't know, how have things been? How has Hiscore been doing since then?
Things have been great. I'm doing shows in like a bunch of different cities now. Just had Hiscore Philly at Wreck and Royal nightclub. We did a collab with Pulse, and that went very well. And it was on a Sunday too. And I was kind of like, oh geez, a Sunday. That's a little tricky there. But a ton of people came out. It was a great time. Also doing shows at the Crown in Baltimore. Just started. I've probably done like 3 there now. And we're about to be doing the next date after the one I have next week. The upstairs is newly renovated, and we're going to be doing a double floor 2-stage rave there. Yeah, Hiscore event. That's June 10th. And DC, doing shows at this place called Chacho Distillery. Done a small handful of shows there. They've been super well accepted. A lot of people come out. It's a great time.
Nice. No, I know you got something coming up tomorrow, which I'm excited for.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
That Frederick show. You know, we got the homies Nard and Jesus.
Yeah. So 611 hit me up a few days ago, and they're like, "Hey, we don't have anything going on Friday. Do you want to do something?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, let's make it happen. Let's throw a pop-up like in a few days." And I've just been reaching out to the whole community, talking to people, saying, "Hello, would you like to come to my party at Hiscore, the Cafe 611?" And they're like, "Fuck yeah, let's go." And it's actually the first Hiscore at 611 ever. And I'm really excited to do it because I've always wanted to do it there. I've been to 611 a bunch of times, but I think that side room would be perfect for just racks on racks on racks of video games. And then the main room obviously will be for DJs.
Nice. No, I'm excited for it. You know, it's a fortuitous day for you to do that, since I'll be closing on my house tomorrow. I'll be needing, you know, a place to celebrate. Forget that I've just put myself hundreds of thousands of dollars into debt.
That's fun, you know. That's fun. It really builds character.
Builds a lot of character.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yo.
Let's go further back even than you know, that video. Let's talk a bit about, you know, What led you to start Hiscore? You know, it's a really unique and great concept. But tell me a bit about the birth of Hiscore.
All right, so I used to work with my buddy Johnny, aka David Chesterfield, throwing raves under the name Substance, and we actually threw a bunch of video game themed like larger raves. There was Level Up. We did a few of those at a couple different venues at Bamboo, at Game. There was a Zelda themed event called Breaks of the Wild. And there was also Megaton, which is a party we threw yearly with dubstep headliners and Fallout theme. And so from there, Ashley, the GM of Game Venue, contacted me and said, "Hey, would you like to do like a video game weekly at our venue?" And I said, "Sure, that sounds like a great idea." And so we made it happen, and I made it into my own brand and started from literally like nothing. I didn't have any consoles, I didn't have any TVs, I didn't have shit. And at the venue, they had like two PS4s and two Xboxes with like Lego Star Wars. You know, there's like not really anything. So from there, start the Wednesday weekly free entry Hiscore every single Wednesday in Baltimore, and that's where it really started, and that was like 4 years ago. And from then, just started like slowly building up the Hiscore arsenal, getting plasma screen TVs, like old chonker TVs on Facebook Marketplace, some for free, some for paid, and just building it up. And so at that point in time, I was leaving like everything at the venue because I just had a Honda then. So that builds up for a while, and then get in contact with a place called 10 Tigers in DC, and they wanted Hiscore as well. So I was like, well, what the hell? How am I going to make this happen? I need to get a van. So I bought a van and then was able to transport everything back and forth. And those were some really great events. Like 10 Tigers, if you ever went to a 10 Tigers Hiscore, we had so many collab events with like Yonderville, Gradient Perspective, Synthesis, and like a few other people. But yeah, that really made a great foundation for Hiscore DC. Unfortunately, 10 Tigers closed down, then moved to Satellite Room, which is right by 930 Club. Did some DC shows there, and I did some in Philly too, actually, at Trilogy nightclub, which is a really silly place. It has so many staircases. I just remember me and the crew just hauling everything up like 3 flights of stairs to set up video games in Philly in a club that people smoke cigarettes in. It's really silly. But yeah, so that's really where it came from. And ever since then, I've just been building it up. You know, venues come and go, unfortunately, especially after the pandemic. Everything I was hosting events at closed during the pandemic permanently. So once it ended, I had to start from square one. And yeah, so I've just been looking out for venues, still looking for more venues, still looking for more opportunities. And also the festival thing is really starting to take off.
Yeah, I was about to ask you about that. You know, it seems like a huge area of growth for Hiscore has been like sort of a service that you sell to festivals to provide arcades and an activity for ravers. Yeah, tell me about, like, you know, how'd you get into that? Like, you know, what was the first festival that you did Hiscore at?
The first festival was the Big Dub right before the pandy hit, and I was booked to do that Tuesday, Wednesday night on the pavilion stage. No music, just video games as a cool like early festival amenity for the people who got like the early cool guy tickets. And that went off with a bang. People freaking loved it. So many excited and happy faces. That's really what I love most about Hiscore is just seeing people like lose their shit, especially at festivals. Like they're like, what the hell is this? Like, what's going on here? There's video games at a festival. And so yeah, so that was the first one. And then after pandemic, I was brought on to do Big Dub as an entire stage from Tuesday through Saturday with activities, DJs, and video games as well, tournaments and activities. And then after that was Nightmare Festival. And since then, I've been getting a decent amount of requests from other festivals that want to bring Hiscore on. A lot of them I can't say anything about currently because the negotiations are still taking place. But right now, Dreamscape for sure, Big Dub and Nightmare are happening this year, and hopefully, fingers crossed, there's a couple very big, notable festivals that are interested in bringing me out. And so hopefully we can get everything hammered out, do contracts and all that, and I'll be able to announce soon.
That's awesome. So I remember at Nightmare, you had a couple of the headliners come out, play video games at your spot. I was talking to some of the staff there, say we lost the headliners, but finally found them. Yeah, play video games. Who was
Mario
it?
Kart draws.
Oh, it does draw. I was trying to remember who was it that came out in was
Virtual Riot and Mode Step.
Yeah, that was that was hilarious. I mean, it's a great concept, you know. I mean, I would say that the majority of ravers I know are also gamers. So I mean, really, like, true innovation.
Who doesn't play freaking video games?
No, exactly. Well, see, I think that a big reason why I like electronic music and stuff is because I've been like a gamer since I've been a very small child, and a lot of electronic dance music of multiple genres reminded me a lot of video game music. I mean, hell, I think about the soundtrack for Unreal Tournament 1999, and if you listen to that soundtrack, it is actually it's like an understated fucking drum and bass, just banger of an album. Incredible,
oh my God.
Late 90s drum and bass.
I listened to that album religiously, while playing video games.
Whenever I show boomers or whatever electronic music, no matter what genre it is, that's the first thing out of their mouth is this sounds like video game music.
A lot of beeps and boops, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I love me some good video game music. So actually, one of the activities that we're planning for Dreamscape is Hiscore Kickball. Now, we were trying to do this for Nightmare, but it freaking rained, so we were unable to do it. But Hiscore Kickball is a very cool concept. So basically what it is I'll be on a microphone announcing, we'll have a PA system, and I'll be playing OSTs from classic N64 games through loudspeakers, old Banjo-Kazooie tracks, Mario 64, Diddy Kong Racing, stuff like that. And it makes for a really good atmosphere. I've done it. I did it at 4 quarters 2 different times, and people loved it. So I'm super excited for that.
Nice. No, that sounds like a great idea. I'm very excited for that. Actually, that leads kind of nicely into a question I have for you. What is your favorite video game original soundtrack?
Oh, Jesus. I think the Banjo-Kazooie opening, that one's really good. And then there's a Mario 64, it's slider theme. I don't know, I think you're racing penguins or something, and it's just super freaking hype. I love that song. Oh, and there's a couple remixes by a DJ I like, or a producer I like, called Vector U, Gangplank Galleon, and some Donkey Kong stuff too that he makes, that I'm all adding to a playlist for my YouTube Premium. So when I do festivals that they don't want DJs or anything like that, I'll have my sound system there, and we'll be playing stuff like that out of the speakers. So it'll make a really nice vibes for it.
Nice. I'll open up that question to the other people that we have in the Discord. What's everybody else's favorite video game original soundtrack?
I'm so happy you asked that, because the second you said that, I was like, oh my God. The Devil May Cry 4 soundtrack that Noisia did, and then the last 2 Doom soundtracks are just absolute off-the-wall bangers.
Oh, yeah.
I know that Nard, I heard him mix some music from Doom Eternal.
I always love to close my set with BFG Division, just because it's such a heavy fucking track to throw down right at the end.
And there's this really nice video on YouTube where it's about a 30-minute video of how he made that soundtrack.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a really good sound design. If you're like a nut for like sound design, it is like the wet dream to get like really rich and like gritty sounds.
I can definitely hear that. I would say that definitely Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal soundtrack is one of the better video game soundtracks that I've listened to in like recent time. I mean, before that, yeah, there's definitely like a lot of older stuff. I don't know anyone out there has played any of the Command and Conquer games, but the theme
yes,
the theme song for Red Alert 1 is so heavy.
You know, he Frank Klepacki and the Tiberian Sons, they performed at MagFest 2020. That was like the last like thing that I remember before pandemic was a live performance of Red Alert music. It was so good, so amazing.
We have to find out what their booking fee is and who they're represented by. We gotta get them out here.
Totally. Yeah.
I didn't realize Noisia made a soundtrack for Devil May Cry. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, Devil May Cry 4 soundtrack definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, a lot of like EDM producers, they really started to reel them into doing video game music. Like I remember one of the first games that I remember that they reeled in a bunch of music producers. They got like Nero and Skrillex and like a bunch of others. It was the game Syndicate that was on Xbox 360. It was like a kind of like a pseudo cyberpunky kind of game. But video game composers wise, like I could name like way too many. Like I grew up on like Sonic the Hedgehog and like even like Jesper Kidd back in the day. He went on to do all like the music for like Hitman and Borderlands and Assassin's Creed, but back in the day he actually started out as a chiptune artist because like that's all they had back in the day. So like he made like a lot of music for Sega Genesis games. But I think all-time favorite music video game wise for me has to come from like Nobuo Uematsu. Like I'm a huge sucker for just Final Fantasy music in general. It's just so well produced and composed.
Ooh, I played Final Fantasy 10. That was my jam, back in the day.
I think that might have been the last one that he composed for, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just remember watching the cutscenes from that. Oh my God, these graphics are so beautiful. Yeah, that was on PS2, and that was a fun game.
I feel like the only Final Fantasy game I actually played entirely was Final Fantasy 3 on a Nintendo emulator I had. Still,
was that 3 America or 3 Japan?
It was the American release of 3, I guess.
Okay, so yeah, that would be Final Fantasy 6 then. That's actually my all-time favorite.
I know. It's definitely. I've honestly been kind of like falling in love with what Japanese developers have been doing. I used to be a huge Western developer guy, but I've been just getting let down by Western developers these last few years.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of bands out of Japan, and there's this one record label called Daruma, which is releasing really cool stuff out of Japan. I think Japan for a long time has had a really, really good musical scene.
True. I mean, I feel like very, very like creative people, the Japanese. Not
if you ever get the chance, you got to check out like Japanese like trap. Like it is like so disgustingly like awesome sounding. Like because they take a lot of like video gamey kind of sounds too. So like they do all like kind of like bubbly like 2013 2012 type trap, and like they just go an extra mile with it. It's freaking dope.
That's what these do.
Well, here I don't want to like get too far off track. I want to get back into talking about Hiscore. So I know we talked a little bit about what was going on with tomorrow, and then I guess the next thing is going to be Hiscore Bowser's Fury.
Bowser's Fury.
Yeah. Why don't you talk to me a bit about that? I mean, man, you got yourself some all stars on this lineup. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen Prince play at a. I'm sure he's played at previous ones, but I don't think I've ever seen Prince at a high score before, or DJ Amp for those of you who don't
Yeah,
know.
he played high score before. It's back in the day though. I mean, I think before Pandy. And then FOMO, I've known John for a long time. He's making some really great house tracks. Toy Maker, Nick Rappold, he's my boy. He plays that fire drum and bass. He's been doing it for a long time. Denson, awesome house music. Ginger Snap and Street Shaman are going to be playing breakbeat and drum and bass. It's really a nice, diverse lineup. I'm actually about to be making a bunch of cool Bowser visuals that we're going to be projecting on the wall. Got an extra subwoofer now, so now in there at the Crown, it sounds so good. It sounds so much better than before. And yeah, gonna set up all the lights to have like the same type of lighting vibe as the flyer. That's a new thing I'm trying to do is whatever the flyer looks like, I'm trying to make all the LEDs in there match the color scheme of that.
Nice. That's really cool. I mean, I've noticed before, like I've been to the previous high scores that you have like a nice eye for just sort of like bringing, I guess, like the sort of the video game vibes into it. Plus, the design. I love all of your deco. You know, I am a person who will always compliment a party on having quality deco because I think that it gets overlooked too often these days. But yours is great. I
remember back in the day, like with all the theme parties. God, deco was such a big thing. I remember like if you were throwing like a theme party and didn't have anything to go with the theme at all, it was kind of seen as like
sort of whack. I know. I feel like the LED wall has kind of I don't know. I guess sort of digitized that the visual kind of experience that Raves have always had.
Yeah. So I mean, they're definitely nice if you can afford them for whatever you're doing. I mean, there's also projectors too, which is a cheaper alternative. But yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not like you can't do LED wall or projector and decorations too. Fortunately, I've had this deco for years and years and years. And that's the great thing about it. It doesn't fall apart after the one show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and then also next Friday in DC is going to be Zelda themed, and as you can see behind me on my wall, I got a giant Master Sword and Shield. We're gonna be setting up there, and also some giant Sheik symbol pieces of art too, and that'll be a great time. I'm so excited for that one.
Yeah,
Really.
Let me bring that flyer up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man. Yeah, we got some awesome stuff on this lineup. You want to talk a bit about what you have on the lineup for?
Yeah. So Moj James, I've been seeing him around on the internets a lot, and I listened to mix, and I was like, oh, this is great. Crawdad Sniper. I think he's pretty newish on the scene. I'm not 100% sure, but I went on that SoundCloud and listened to the original tracks, and I was like, holy shit, this guy's freaking great. So hell yeah, bring him on. Beast, he plays that Be More Club, and he's been doing it for so long, and he's just a straight up magician with it. He's a really good DJ, and I'm looking forward to bringing him out to DC because normally, he plays in Baltimore if he's playing on high score. So I want to definitely try and like rotate people around to new locations. And then Francis is playing. I think what is it? Trance or Tech House, I think, and he's always got those perfect opening vibes. He's played many a high score before. Frush, he's never played a high score yet, but actually Nolan recommended him. He said he was a really good DJ, and so now he's playing Dreamscape and the DC event and Antics. Antics is from Philly, and he sent me a mix, and I was like, hell yeah, this is freaking tight. Like you got you can play a bunch of different types of music, and he's willing to bring the vibes to DC. So I said, hell yeah, come on board. And that's a big thing about High Score is I listen to the mix submissions and I try to bring new people on who haven't either haven't played a high score or haven't really played shows at all. It's like, yeah, come on out, like show people what you can do. I definitely take a lot of pride in giving new people a shot to be heard.
Nice. No, I mean I've listened or I've heard some really great music at all of your events, and I don't know. Definitely, I love the spot that you found in DC. Like that's such a cool spot.
It has a parking lot.
It has a parking
Come
lot.
on. No place in DC has a stupid parking lot. Come on now.
I mean that's just like you put so much thought and your sort of design for your events I think is so smart that I always enjoy High Score. And yeah, no, the music that you got going on is going to be great. I mean, yeah, if anyone hasn't heard, I've seen Crawdad Sniper a number of times. He's a young cat, just getting into the game, but like, yeah, a really quality producer. I'll be sure to, I guess, if someone wants to put his SoundCloud into the comments, that would be cool. I'll be sure to post it, and I'll probably feature him on a future episode. But really great, young up and coming producer, and yeah, no, I'm happy that there's so many great people to choose from to book. Let's I guess man.
Heck yeah, brother! Dang.
I got all like caught up in like I think I had a bunch of other stuff I wanted to like talk to you about. Actually, are you with your upcoming events? Are you gonna be doing any tournaments or anything?
Well, definitely at Dreamscape. We have we're going to be doing a Smash Ultimate tournament and a Mario Kart tournament. I think I got the times for this somewhere up in this place.
Dude, actually, I haven't seen a Dreamscape like the lineup flyer for High Score yet. Is that going to be dropped soon?
It's coming. So Thursday at Dreamscape, we're going to be having a onesie party at 8 p.m. Friday, we're going to be doing High Score kickball during the daytime. And then we're going to have a Mario Kart tournament at 3 p.m. And I'm pretty sure we're going to do that N64 Mario Kart. And then Saturday, we're going to have a big Smash Ultimate tournament at 5 p.m. And the winner of that, we're still figuring out prizes. I know for sure you're going to get some free High Score merch and bragging rights and your picture taken, and you could be famous for being a cool video game person at the festival.
I know I'm going to be spending a bunch of time down there doing some filming at the High Score stage.
Lit.
I know, yeah. No, I want to make sure that the post Dreamscape episode of State of the Rave is going to be lit.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, no, I mean I love what you do with like the competitions and stuff like that. We got to find a way how to integrate more of pro gaming into the scene. I feel like there's space there for it.
What I really want to do is have a freaking Call of Duty, some sort of like Call of Duty tournament, but that's a process of its own, just to figure out how to just set that up hardware wise.
Yeah, you might have to maybe I don't know if you ever went to like a big LAN party when you were young. I went to this but back in the day, like for those of you who are watching who aren't old as shit like me, the internet wasn't good enough to like support like really responsive multiplayer. So people all get together, we'd link our computers with a local area network, and they'd have big competitions and stuff that way. I don't know, maybe you're just gonna get people to bring their computers and their consoles out.
Yeah, it is cross-platform, so that's one of the tough parts about having competitive gaming setups for games like those. Is some people are used to Xbox, some people are used to PC, some people are used to PlayStation. So how the hell do you set up something for everyone? It's definitely a brain teaser for sure.
True. I don't know. I said the problem is the only game that I like competitively is probably a game that not a lot of people would play, and it's super nerdy. I don't know if there's any Age of Empires 2 fans out there. I'll take you on.
Yeah, we haven't played that in a minute. We gotta play
we
another game
haven't.
of that.
Yeah, no, I've been on that Elden Ring tip for a minute.
Such a good game.
Yeah, it's some good times.
I still need to break into that thing. I've just been playing Warzone like a freaking addict. I have like 1,400 hours on that stupid game. I love it.
Yeah, I want to tell you, like, once you get into Elden Ring, you're gonna be like, wow, there's a lot of like really dope design choices and stuff here. You're gonna want some Elden Ring deco.
The graphics are really nice.
They are nice. I mean, the themes and stuff is great. Like, I make fun of George Martin a lot, but like I can see his influence on this, and Miyazaki like is a goddamn genius, one of the greatest video game I guess creative directors to ever live. And like them coming together really did like create like an amazing environment and a world that tells its story itself without having a whole bunch of exposition. But yeah, no, you gotta play it. I think you're gonna want some deco afterwards. You're gonna be calling people out for being maidenless on the road.
Yeah. I did see someone playing the beginning of a game at an event, and I saw the maidenless guy. I was like, what is he talking about? Are you gonna die maidenless? I really need to play it. I'm like a one game. Like I'll play this game and play this game and play this game and like just really try to get good at it. And that's where I am with Warzone. I've been playing Warzone since the pandemic started, which is really coincidental. They dropped Warzone as the lockdowns were happening, and that helped me and a lot of my friends get through the pandemic is by playing Warzone together online.
I know, right? That's something like I had really stopped playing video games for years, and then the pandemic happened, and it was the only way I could stay connected with a lot of my friends was I mean really I was just like Nolan. I was too much of a boomer for Discord, and and all that stuff. But then I got in there and I've got these like little like sort of communities of people that like if I'm like not out and about in the evening, I'm usually on my computer like headset on like fucking chopping it up with a bunch of like people playing like playing games and talking shit.
Yeah, it's like phone calls. Like how girls have phone calls with each other in chat. Like that's like what gaming is for men a lot of the time. It's more than playing games. Like you're actually like being social, especially during the pandemic. That was like really really super helpful.
Oh,
yeah, I got into I got like stupid into virtual reality during the pandemic because it was just like I need something new to do, and then like actually it was Johnny David Chesterfield who got me into it. Yeah.
I'm trying to get in there too, man.
Yeah, we gotta get you in. That way you can we can do the like a high score in virtual reality kind of thing. Right. I actually just added billiards and skee ball to my virtual world just today.
Yo, that's so cool. Like I want to do like a gameception thing. Like at an actual event, you can put on the freaking virtual reality helmet, and we're streaming the live sets from the actual stage in the venue to the club in virtual reality, and so you can go hang out in virtual reality while you're at the actual event, and other people can join as well. People aren't able to make it out physically.
Yeah, that'd be so cool. That's been my goal for like a while is like merging like reality and like overweaving reality with the virtual like spaces, it'd be so dope.
Real weird.
Yeah.
Well, I'm honestly a huge fan of it because I really feel like it helps make a lot of this like accessible. It was something that I remember like when I was throwing those parties at Creative Labs, there was this person who came out multiple times who was a paraplegic. And I remember like go around to the loading dock and like this whole process of like and then like we'd have to get a bunch of like burly dudes to like carry like their wheelchair like over a couple humps to the service elevator and stuff like that. And I was thinking like, man, like I love this venue, but I wish that it could be accessible to everybody. You know, I want to have ableist events, and I feel like you know, be able to have that VR aspect, you know, really does like open it up to a lot of people who might not be able to, like, you know, go through the physically extraneous aspects of enjoying a lot of raves and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Plus, like, you know, yeah, opening stuff up for people like overseas. You know, I talked a bit with Nolan about, like, you know, a lot of great music in Europe and stuff that I want to see. I'm sure there's a lot of like music in the United States that people in Europe would love to, like, you know, be able to like see in a more like sort of live format.
Yes, that's definitely like something that goes on in VR. Like a lot of artists over in Europe, like Muzz and Protostar, and like even Porter Robinson is in virtual reality. He's just they're just pioneering it and like trying to like bridge those gaps between, like, you know, basically what we're talking about is, like, you know, people who are not able to make it to the events, you know, because of, you know, being overseas or something, and being able to try and put that in a way that they can still participate and experience the event, you know, from their home.
No, absolutely. I've been wanting to get into VR for a while. I've had like a lot of friends that they've invested in it. I play a little bit of Half-Life Alyx, which I very much so enjoyed. And you know, I guess it was good for me because I kind of like, I don't know, given up hope on more Half-Life after episode 2. I was a little salty about that, I'm not gonna lie, but like Half-Life Alyx is pretty cool, and like that's one of the main things that's made me consider buying an Oculus. No,
Definitely worth it.
It'll be very
Definitely
cool to like, yeah, get some like VR experiences into Hiscore. Have you ever considered like investing in some headsets for people to come enjoy a VR experience at Hiscore?
Yeah, so actually, before the pandy, I had a PSVR that we would set up for people to play on, with Beat Saber, and a bunch of other different games. I forget what it's called. It's like a horror roller coaster shooter. It's like something hell, death, blood or something, but it's like clowns and shit and ghosts trying to kill you while you're on a roller coaster. You got 2 guns and you get to frickin' shoot them. And then I got drunk bar fight and all that. But the only problem is if you're gonna do VR at an event, you have to have someone standing by, like staff, at every single second of that, because there's got to be like a small tutorial, or there's got to be someone watching to make sure someone doesn't like break the equipment, which was a lot more of a thing for PSVR because of how many cords there was for that. It was like literally like a million cords. But now I have a Oculus Quest, which is wireless. So I'm working on getting making the Hiscore Club, getting more games on there, and also figuring out staffing so people can enjoy this experience at the events as well.
Nice. Well, that is, I mean, yeah, I'm very excited for everything that's. Oh, I just spilled a shitload of whiskey on my pants. Womp womp. Yeah, party foul. No, I'm very excited for the upcoming Hiscore events. I'm going to be there tomorrow. If you guys are tuning in, you better come out to Cafe 611.
Cafe 611, yeah. Be there, be a circle.